don't panic when you've done something stupid. Well, this is an area of expertise for me, Tina, because I've done lots.
Have you done lots?
I'm afraid I've done lots of stupid things in my time. Things I'd like to change, things that you can't change. So, what you know, people come to you. What?
They do, and a lot of it is to do with the internet.
Oh, we're back there again with social media.
We are back there, yeah. I mean, I know we didn't have that when we were growing up.
Thanks be to God.
Exactly. But it is, you know, there's. It's so big. And you do something in a moment and don't think about it and don't think about the consequences.
See, that's where it's different, isn't it? You know, as I was growing up, we did something stupid at a party. Even if somebody took a picture of it, there'd be one copy of the picture, even if that, and you could easily rip up the picture.
Exactly.
Or destroy the film.
Negative, yeah. But
Well,
now
there's not that, is there?
No, there's not. And people that have come to me have come really upset, and they want assurance. They want it to go away. And it's that, you know.
There is a saying as well, isn't it, that today's news become tomorrow's fish and chip paper.
Yeah.
You know, and there is a bit of that sense of it. It might look like the world's going to end for you. You've done something really stupid, and you think, "Gosh, I'll only ever be remembered for that," or it'll be all the time over the internet. I mean, the thing is that there's sadly so many things going on like this that, you know, unless you are a major A-list celebrity, then over time things will fold over that bit as well. You won't always feel like that. If you're feeling at the moment like, well, that's it, my life's ruined now, I'm not going to be able to do this, I'm not going to be able to do that, do not panic. Right? Do not panic, do not jump to a conclusion because you've done something daft that's the end of everything for you. Now, it might take a bit of sorting out, and you might have to be a bit embarrassed and explain to somebody what you've done. But, to be honest, a lot of people, certainly a lot of adults, if they're honest, will have done things wrong themselves and will understand, particularly when we're younger, that we tend to do those stupid things, although at any age we can still do them.
Well, we can. It's part of growing up, isn't it?
It is. I mean, I think it is a problem that it's put around the world and things like that. But I actually think as well that there will be, over time, these things will fold under as well. You know, and I think people will have to be so used to saying, well, you know, gosh, there's so many people who've done those daft things that are on the internet now, that people will just say, well, we've got to look forward. You know, because you can't change the past.
You can't, no.
But what you can do is change the way that you let it affect you. Right? You know, so you go into class the next day and everyone's going, oh, and you just say, yeah, fair enough. Right? If you go, oh, you know, if you react all the time, then they'll just keep referring to it. If you say, yeah, it was stupid, it was wrong, sorry, I've done all I can about it, I can't actually do any more about it.
Yeah.
Even if you end up with a nickname as a result of it, for a time, then that goes. You know. And I think the important thing is to look forward. You know, certainly Jesus, I mean, he always spent the time with the people who'd done stupid things. I mean, he surrounded himself with them, and he loved them. And he never said, right, that's it, you've crossed the line, you've done too much now, you can't ever carry on with things. Absolutely not. Look at St. Peter. St. Peter denied Jesus. And yet Jesus said, no, I forgive you, and you must carry on now. So whatever you've done, you must never think that that's the end of things. Because that would be the worst thing, wouldn't it?
It would, and I think people come and feel broken. And that, I'm often reminded, there's a Japanese proverb about a bowl that's broken. And when it's broken in Japan, they fill the cracks with gold. And I think that sometimes can tell us, sometimes we are broken by what we say or what we do, but we can be filled in by the bits of gold. And we can learn from our mistakes.
I think that's the important thing, to learn. On the one hand, we can say, well, there's nothing more I can do about it. Good idea not to do it again. Right? Good idea to think, well, I won't do it next weekend at a party. You know, that we get our fingers burnt and say, right, let's not do it again. But then to say, well, becomes part of who we are. And then it can make us more understanding and kind to other people as well. So this is the real one to say, do not panic. And don't ever think that, I mean, God, the biggest worry will be for somebody to say, well, what's the point in anything
Exactly. And that's where we need help.
That will be very serious then. You must never think that. And if somebody's thinking that, then it's very important that you do, like we say at school or at home, to get some help. Because things get out of perspective. When we've done something wrong, it gets completely out of all proportion, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Blown up.
You know, and sometimes we need other people to sit down with us and say, right, that's what you've done, you've not done more than that, you've not done less than that, fair enough, now we move on. Or it might be that, or it might just be time as well, you know, so that we learn from it, we're embarrassed by it, but we move on from it, you know. And I think that's so important. So don't panic, do not panic. Don't do anything stupid about it, and just, you know, really, these things, today's news, tomorrow's chip paper. And it really is true in school as anywhere else, because they'll be moving on to the next bit of news. The other thing about fast-moving news is nothing stays news for long. You might think it will, but it won't. And remember, in all of that, Jesus surrounded himself with people who did stupid things, and he loved them, and he always said, right, come on, let's carry on, let's never give up. So Lord, stay with us on our journey. Amen.